makes you learn to improvise. This is a little funny story. My wife simply has to use the toilet. She won't go out and dig a hole and, do it in the dirt. So we've gone over to the community pool. It's chlorinated water, and I filled up a couple of my jerry jugs and carry it home. We have a little bucket that we fill up the toilet tank with, and she can go do her business. That's one of the improvisation techniques I've learned here lately.
I definitely won't live like I did. I won't be caught in several areas. I won't be caught that way. I've learned from that. I really have.
Well, we've got quite a bit of water storage over here, so we can at least flush our toilet as long as, the rainfall hadn't filled up the septic tank.
Yeah, I've been pulling water out of my hot water heater for flushing water.
We did fill up the bathtub knowing this was coming.
And like I said earlier, thank God I got water. That's the only thing I got. That's a blessing, a big blessing. I know. Here y'all, I know more.
Well, we've been going through some stuff over here that we can donate to, so they can take out the people that need it. I've got clothes, and we've got blankets and pillows and all kinds of stuff. So they're collecting that stuff in Maiden this week, and so we'll probably fill the Jeep up, or maybe the truck, and take over there. We're not too far away from cold weather.
No, those folks up in the mountains will be colder before we are down here where I'm at. We're in Maine,
Yeah, I live in Maiden. It's in southern Catawba County between Hickory and Langston, but they've got a collection. I think it might be at the church. I've seen the address, but I think it might be at one of the churches, but they're collecting all this stuff. Said don't bring food and don't bring water, but bring other stuff that's light, because this stuff's going to be taken by helicopter into those areas.
Copy that. Copy that. Listen, guys, I got to get off here. Got some responsibilities to take care of before I can run down. I appreciate everybody talking to me. I appreciate everybody sharing. Kilo 2 KGB down here in Gaffney, South Carolina.
All right, get you a good night's rest, and I hope you have a productive day tomorrow. And, well, like I said, we have brighter days coming. But KI4 is the EK, Lennon Maiden saying good evening.
This is Alpha Echo 4 Echo Papa. I'm going to tell everybody good night as well. Stay safe out there.
All right, Al, and same note to you over there. Stay safe and have a good day tomorrow.
KI4 is the EK, KO4 DBP.
Go ahead, Mr. William.
Hey, did you hear a report just now of a house floating across Tunnel Road in Asheville?
No, sir. I sure hadn't, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, never mind. I'm behind. That was 2 days ago. I just happened to see it, and I thought it was a post just now. Never mind.
I know a couple of days ago, Tunnel Road was flooded, which surprised me. I wouldn't want to be in a flooded tunnel.
Heck no. That's what we were talking about here. I got a picture of one of our bridges out here for the Catawba River. From the bottom of the bridge to where the normal water level sits is about 65 feet. And when Ernesta had to come rush me some water, him and his wife brought me the last 2 cases of water they could find the other day. And when he crossed the bridge, he said the water was lapping the underside of the bridge. And that river's a good 20, 25 foot wide in that spot. And I was just trying to calculate that. 25 foot wide, 60 foot tall column of water. That's a lot of water.
Oh, there was, I think on 127, the bridge there was a house or some kind of big, large building that had floated on the water and was bumped up against the bridge because it couldn't go under it.
Oh, dang. So, hey, let's make them get your house.
I live up on the north side of Lake James, and Lake James Road goes on around the lake. It winds and curves, and there's a bridge that crosses the earlier part of the Catawba River. It feeds the lake, and the water was up to the bottom of the bridge, and we had a log jam on top of the bridge, probably as high as my chest.
Wow, how are you guys doing up there at the lake? I got a friend that lives up there, Isaac King, 4H&L, and he was out in it trying to check on some stuff, and he said that most of the roads around the lake were impassable. How y'all doing up there?
Yeah, yesterday they were. We had a lot of issues with power lines down and trees. A lot of it's been cut here recently. I heard today, I'm not confirmed, but that bridge with all the logs on it has been open so we can get to Marion. We're in the Peninsula community, kind of central north side of the lake at the foothills here. But supposedly it's open. Out yesterday, had to go out to south, actually down towards Lynn to buy gas there at a truck stop for the generator. But, yeah, we have nothing here. The only thing I have now is this radio. We have no internet, no phones, no water because these are electric community wells. And we have food, so we're okay.
Hi, listen, you're on the north side. You're in McDowell then, right?
That's correct. We're about half a mile from Burke County, the county line on the east side. But yeah, we're in McDowell.
Okay, I was just gonna say, if you can get to, if worst case scenario, if you can get down to the Lake James Fire Department, I know that they have supplies if you need them, water, stuff like that. How I know this was I was just, our chief over here at the fire department coming to help me out today. I needed, I'm disabled and bedbound, and I have a lot of medical issues, and I kind of have to run a fan 24/7, and I needed some batteries, and man, yeah, buddy, talking about that was like gold in the last couple of days, and he was able to find some and bring them to me, and my neighbor just happened to be coming up the street when he seen the fire truck sitting in my driveway. He thought something was wrong, and stopped in, and they were needing water because down here we're under in Burke County we're under a boil water emergency. And I'm like, okay, well that's all well and good, but how are you supposed to boil water when your only source is electric? You know? And that's when the chief said, he's like, well, we've got water. He said most of the fire departments have stock of water and stuff. So just be a resource there in case you guys need it, and hopefully they'll get up there to you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate that info.
All right, go ahead, Lynn. Sorry to interrupt y'all's conversation there. I just seen that post, and I was like, man, when it said Mitchell, I thought it meant that it was coming across here on the repeater, but I realized that was 2 days ago. So, I'm back to the side scale, 40 UP.
William, yeah, I was just sitting here watching the news, and there was 2 deputies shot in western North Carolina, because David sent me a text earlier saying there was cops shooting at each other or something on the North Carolina, Tennessee line. I'm thinking, So, I don't know if we'll get any details on that or not, but I'll let you know when they do.
I'm gonna do a quick Google here because like I said, I got internet. So, let's see. Cops. I know they did have a problem. I think it was Nashville. Somebody was saying on the Lenornet tonight that one of the hospitals in Nashville, it really wasn't rioters. It was more of a panic type situation. But one of the hospitals got overrun.
Desperate people do desperate things, and especially if they're not mentally acute.
The only thing I see when I type in cops shooting Western NC, as opposed from 5 days ago, is Asheville police actually. It was a cop versus a juvenile. Asheville police said the victim in Monday night's fatal shooting was on Allen Avenue, identified as a juvenile. It was a home invasion or robbery gone wrong. Which, technically, is it gone wrong or went right? Depending on, I guess, which side of the door you're on.
November 4, MKO.
November 4 MKO. Go ahead.
I apologize, gentlemen. I'm up here in Northeast Tennessee. I've got a message here of Justin P. trying to call out on 2 meters on this frequency. Call sign is Kilo X-Ray 4 Charlie Zulu. They're asking for help in Avery County. Just wanted to call out to see if they're on this frequency. Again, radio identification. This is November 4 MKO.
Give the call sign of the repeating person, please.
Call sign of person transmitting is November 4 Mike Kilo Oscar. November 4 MKO. I don't mean to interrupt your guys' conversation. I was just seeing if I can get this person some help in Avery County.
Okay, what was the call sign of the person asking? Who's needing the help?
The call sign I've got is Kilo X-Ray 4 Charlie Zulu. Again, call sign is Kilo X-Ray 4 Charlie Zulu.
Okay, I don't know of anybody up there. I mean, I can relay a message to Avery 911 if it's a life and death type of situation.
I'm not privy to the information. I'm currently in a position where I have internet and everything, and I just came across this on social media. This person trying to reach out on help on ham radio. I actually have not spoken to them. I just saw it here on said social media, and I just wanted to see if they're monitoring this frequency as they had suggested on social media.
Comment. Big comment. Yeah, this has been brought up about 5 times. He has been reached, and he's also talked on the repeater 2 or 3 times. That gentleman is okay. Everything is well and good. So please disregard the social media.
Disregarding social media, I appreciate the update, gentlemen. Again, apologies for interrupting your conversation. 7-3 to you both. Do either one of you need assistance in 4 MKO?
No, we're good over. I'm in Burke County, North Carolina. This is KO4 DVP. And, yeah, I just looked at that call sign. Okay, yeah, I know who that is. But, yeah, well, that's good to hear that he's made contact. And, yeah, never apologize for interrupting and something like that, because you never know, you know. Seen it a lot, the last few days, especially down here in our county, in Burke County, North Carolina, and Caldwell County. The Caldwell County repeater has been instrumental in getting people help and stuff. I mean, yeah, I can't repeat that enough. I mean, to the point that I've got, you know, get this story out of us amateurs, man. Really bring it home this time, and it was good to see the amateur community come together like we have in western North Carolina.
I'm really glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm really glad to hear that the amateur radio community is getting out there and helping some people out. I'm trying to get my call sign out in Fort KO, trying to go out into Irwin and Elizabeth, and I'm currently in Kingsport, Tennessee. We're trying to use our repeater here on Bays Mountain just to try to coordinate some assistance to these people affected by the weather. So, gentlemen, thank you very much. I will continue to monitor 146.520, and you guys have a good evening. 7-3 to you both, and God bless. Radio identification is November 4th, MKO.
November 4th, MKO. Before you go, you mentioned Irwin. How bad did it happen? How bad was Irwin hit? I've got family there.
Irwin is not in good shape. Let's see here. Best I can tell, I-20, or excuse me, the interstate going through Irwin's pretty much underwater. The hospital got flooded out. All the patients were evacuated before the floodwater got too high, but the employees at the hospital had to be airlifted as the waters were too rough for them to get any boats to them. I haven't heard of any casualties at this point, but I think I just haven't seen anything with any casualty or anybody hurt information at this point in time.
All right, I do appreciate that info. And like I said, just call out anytime. You know, never apologize for trying to get somebody help, that's for sure. But I'll let you pick it up, Lynn. No, that's not your call, huh? KI4 is a CK. How about call you John, KU4JA? Oh, wait a minute.
Copy all that. Unfortunately, it's coming in a little broken. Is there anybody that I should be looking out for you? A name, that way I can maybe jump on this frequency again tomorrow if I find them?
No, it's extended family, and I'm not sure of last names. It's part of my mother's family. We haven't been up there in years, but some people that I do know in the know, I will forward the information and take it from. You need to get in contact with them. It's like I said, it's on my mother's side of the family, and it's relatives. I spent a lot of my youth up there in I'll forward the information members and see if they've heard anything, or if they need, if they need contact, I'll put it out there for sure.
That sounds good to me. I will monitor, and hopefully we can get everybody help that needs it as soon as possible. God bless. Thank you for being part of this community. November 4th, MKO.
This is KB9KLW. I had a question for the gentleman in Tennessee. Any information on the area that is southeast of Knoxville? We have relatives there. How did that area fare?
Sounds like everything around Knoxville just got nothing worse than heavy rain. I just literally came back from Gatlinburg, the beautiful area today. There was some heavy rain, slight flooding, but it seems as if the heavy damage kind of followed the Smoky Mountains here, and everything, the runoff from the mountains is really what's killing us all. I think Knoxville was far enough away to not really receive a whole lot of damage.
Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. Comment?
Not a problem. November 4 MKO. There will be equilibrium.
Another question for NKO?
This is KO4DOT. He was asking, the gentleman that was asking about southeast of Knoxville. There was damage, a good bit of damage in Newport, and I heard there was a good bit of damage in White Pine, but other than that, I haven't heard much of anything between here and Greene County and Knoxville.
This is KB9KLW. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, a question for the gentleman from Tennessee. Do you have any information on the situation in the area between Kingsport and Johnson City?
I'm actually currently sitting in Kingsport. Kingsport, Johnson City. We lost a lot of power. I'd say most everybody I know lost power between Kingsport and Johnson City. It is slowly coming back. I would say it was probably at, I'm going to throw out rough numbers here, so please don't hold me to it. I'm going to say we're roughly at 70% have power back. I know just outside of Kingsport, Johnson City, they're still working on getting potable water, especially in the Irwin area. But it sounds like, and from the looks of it, Kingsport, Johnson City has got a bunch of rain and down periods.
Thanks very much for that report. We just purchased a piece of property for my stepdaughter there, and curious about how it may exist. I haven't closed yet, so we're hoping the roof blow off so we can get a new roof. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Take care. Thanks very much. WA2UCZ. Very good. Once again, thanks very much.
No problem. Any more questions for this area? Or report KO?
We appreciate the info from that neck of the woods.
Hey, Ron, Garland was on earlier tonight. I only heard half the conversation, but he didn't sound very excited about anything. But I don't know anything past that.
Well, I'm on now, and I ain't excited about nothing right now.
I'm getting conflicting reports. So, until you get eyes on, I guess you really don't know what the real situation is.
Well, Garland's on right now, so ask him.
Hey, Garland. Hey, good evening, Lynn, Ron, and Dave. Yeah, I haven't heard any reports between Kingsport and Johnson City to that area of a lot of damage in that area, so apparently there's not had anything reportable, that's untoward nature-wise up in there.
Yeah, and the property, from just a visual inspection, doesn't seem like it's in a flood area. So that's good. It wasn't as if it's in a flood area, so we weren't concerned about that. But I guess it'll be a while before we can get up there until they clear Route 26. We'll just wait and see how it progresses.
54 o'clock.
Hey, Ron, if I get the opportunity and get anybody in here and get the opportunity, I'll take a run up 26 into the gray area and look around myself. But just to be dependent on what I can find out, give you a visual of the area there. It's sort of spread out, but anyways, the best I could do with those 4WFX.
What you got, Mister? Go ahead.
Going to add on to the Interstate 26 bridge is completely gone, so they're going to have to rebuild the bridge.
Boy, I don't know the bridge you're referring to. I take it it's not one of those they have in stock. Like the one that a few years ago got washed out in Swannanoa. They just came with a new bridge on a truck and put it in there, but I suspect that's not the case with Route 26.
It does appear to be one span, but just from an aerial view, there's no way to tell what will be required. Hope you're doing good where you're at. I decided to avoid gas stations in Asheville. Out trying to get power back on over today, but there was shooting the gas stations around Asheville.
Very good, thank you, and it's good to hear from you. I haven't heard quite a while. And Garland, don't go out of your way. If you like or curious or whatnot, I could give you the address of the property that's subject to purchase.
TV eyes on. I've got to get off the radio. WFX. Sorry.
No problem. We'll chat later. Take care. WA2UCZ.
Yeah, take care of there, Garland. Good to hear you in here. Good night, Garland. Camp 49.
Hi, Garland. Thanks for the info, Mister. KJ4PPF.
No problem. We had somebody, Frank, he's a Black Mountain Swannanoa emergency system. We were told that the North Fork Reservoir was imminently breaking. Trying to scramble out of there. But it turned out to be a hoax. So whoever's doing that is they're inflicting a lot of unnecessary pain on not only workers, but the people that are in total devastation on Swannanoa. That's worthwhile.
That should be a criminal offense.
That's dreadful, taking people away from making progress in areas that really need it.
I don't advise to go to Swannanoa, to be honest with you. There's a lot of active recovery for people that need it.
The thing that I do not understand, and maybe I just don't know enough history of the predictability of something like this, but from what I heard, Buncombe County stored water for emergencies, but they stored it in Swannanoa, and it was obliterated. So again, I can't really criticize them until you know the history of that area and whether flooding was, a predictable event.
Every river gauge that I've seen is higher than the all-time record.
Getting 20 or 30 inches of rain.
When you were watching the news, I think you said ABC, did they say what the rainfall was at like the Asheville Airport or anywhere in Asheville proper?
They said the mountains got 30 inches of rain and it all went downhill.
That's correct. It's on the backside of Mount St. Louis, 29.58 inches.
What's the difference between 5 and 10 when you get to 25? I mean, just horrible.
Yeah, no doubt.
Take large V8 bulldozers to even get to a lot of sites. Very slow line.
30 inches of rain. Wow.
Seen on the news last night that the people in Banner Elk were trapped in Banner Elk because the bridges was washed out and the roads and stuff. So I don't know how power crews are going to get in a place like that.
Little Switzerland is cut off as well as Blackhawk.
National Guard.
Yeah, I heard 40 people trapped in Little Switzerland, and they can't get to them. It's just the wealthy ones. There's a lot more.
Terrible.
Witnessed the Black Hawk helicopters, one right after another yesterday, and some of them today. Slowed down a little bit today, but it's just a mad rush yesterday. KJ4 PPL.
Yeah, Kurt, Chinook went right over the house today. I don't know what that was doing, but I saw Chinook today very low. There's a gazillion of them over here all day long.
Yep. I watched them fly over the house yesterday and today, and yesterday, yeah, there was a bunch of them. I mean, and I'm talking about, yeah, the ones that's got the big double propellers, I think they call them Hueys or something. But, yeah, there was quite a few of them, and then some smaller ones.
Yeah, I've seen many helicopters heading toward Mission Hospital right overhead here.
You're not too far from the hospital, are you, Ron?
Oh, golly, no. As the crow flies, I would say, well, I don't know. I got to look on Google Earth, but as the crow flies, I would say 1.5 miles, 2 miles at the most. You can see the helicopters. They're descending as soon as they come over Piney Mountain. You know, Lynn, I talked about purchasing one of those meals that you could store for months and months on end for the three of us here. I never did it, but I kind of regret it. Now I'm relying on the generator to keep the 2 freezers and 2 refrigerators working. I could kick myself for that.
Yeah, we've got freeze-dried food over here. Not as much as probably should have, but I think we'd eat okay. We don't eat that much anyway, so, but we got a lot of canned food and stuff too. We just can't rotate it fast enough, though.
Got the hot plate out, the induction hot plate. Probably going to have to start cooking some of the frozen vegetables. I'll be so healthy, Lynn, they'll have to beat me to death.
We've been cooking on a butane stove that I bought just for preparation type stuff, but I'm glad we got it, and plenty of cans of butane, because it sure has come in handy.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, I heard in Swannanoa, the old blanket factory was destroyed. Did you hear that, Chris?
No, I did not. You talking about Owen?
Well, that's what I don't know. Is there more than one, what's it called, bleachery blanket factory?
well, the old bleachery, now the old one was, what was it called? A Beacon. Now that burned down to the ground about, 20 years ago or something? I'm estimating about 20 years ago. But the only blanket factory that was left was Owen Manufacturing. That's where I worked for 15 years as an electrician. And so, yeah, if you say it got flooded or possibly destroyed or flooded?
Well, again, there's a lot of conflicting information, and you don't know until you confirm it. But I heard that the old blanket factory, which is now, they're making some kind of filters or whatever. Anyways, it's the one right next to Owens Park. Now, again, all I heard was the old blanket factory, the Beacon blanket factory. That's what I heard. And what I heard was it was destroyed. It wouldn't surprise me because that's the area where the Beatree Stream meets with the Swananoa River, and there's the two lakes. And with flooding, I wouldn't be at all surprised, Chris.
Yeah, that was actually Owen Manufacturing. Beacon was over near the interstate in town, off the 70 east through Swananoa. But Owen Manufacturing, that turned into something Allied Wipes or something. I don't know, Wiper. I don't know. They canned me before they changed names. But anyway, sent me on my way. But yeah, I used to. Go there often, as you know.
Now, I'm a little uncertain yet. The Allied Wipes, that's not where you work, correct?
Well, no, that's the same place. That's the same. It just changed names. They went from Owen Manufacturing to Springs Manufacturing. Springs bought us out to Springs Global or something. It was still a blanket factory, and then all of a sudden, then Charles D. Owen sold the plant to the Allied Wipe, or whatever it is, the wiper, whether made rags or cloths or something. But yeah, it's the same building though.
Okay, well, that building, again, from my recollection, that sits lower than some of the buildings that are behind the ball fields.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Possibly, because yeah, you're right. It's the school. You talking about the school ball field?
The Owens Park baseball fields.
Yeah, some of it was lower. Yeah. KJ4 UHX.
Well, hello, Jamie. Good to hear you. How are you faring today?
We're doing all right. No power. Got a little lawnmower battery hooked up with inverter, charging phone, and possibly trying to run a fan off of it tonight.
Would you say you're in the dark?
What was that, Ron?
No comment. Impertinent comment, that's all.
I really didn't hear you. Brina said something behind me.
Just as well, Jamie.
I don't know who's all on here, but good evening, everyone. Hope everybody's doing well and are comfortable at the moment as much as possible. Still without power, Jamie? 4's the EK. Is the thing working?
Yep. You're doing okay, Lynn.
What did you say, Lynn? Y'all still without power?
Yes, sir.
Saying it might be Friday before we get it back on.
I talked to Duke Lyman today. He was assessing the area, and he said minimum 2 weeks for us.
Well, that's a wonderful place to live. Far from much, but I guess it has its drawbacks. You're not going to be prioritized for restoration, for sure.
You got that right. It doesn't really bother me. We've got everything we need. We were 100% prepared. So, one, it wasn't a surprise. Two, I got plenty of food, plenty of gas. It's just so soggy I can't go outside and do anything yet. I'm getting cabin fever. Other than that, we're fine.
Go out there and shoot some pew-pew in your backyard.
Need snowshoes to keep from sinking down in.
That's true. Well, it's good to hear you made it through today. Yeah, a little bad tree didn't hit the house. At least it went the other way.
I was thinking about Ingalls. And the comment I had heard from listening to this repeater earlier was that the reason they're not opening is that their credit score system isn't working. But they must be taking a beating with spoilage if they don't have generators going. And Lynn mentioned the warehouse was flooded. They must be taking a real beating in terms of spoilage and loss of goods.
Oh, yeah.
Rest assured, Ron, they'll pass it right on to us.
It was time.
Dave, you read the Eagles in Washington? It was totally underwater.
Comment? Any comment?
Hello, fellas. KM4 TDW. Hey, Ron, the Eagles on Long Shoals Road, though. But now, I took a picture or two of it. I don't know. You stand here probably 8 or 9 hours for you.
Yeah, I've got, there's two Ingalls that I'm anxious to have open because they both sell diesel, both on Tunnel Road. I imagine the one in Swannanoa is going to be out for a long time because it's in Swannanoa.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if it even reopened. Swannanoa got hit bad.
Or still underwater. I don't know if you ventured out any or anything, Ron, but the amount of trees and stuff that fell down too is just pretty. I've never seen nothing like it.
Yeah, I ventured out yesterday. I didn't go far. I didn't go far before I came into down lines. I had to take a circuitous route to get to Tunnel Road. And I think I mentioned this yesterday. You had to take the center lane because the right-hand lane was often littered with down trees and cut down trees.
It's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I reckon FEMA's out in Mars Hill. I think they've moved students over to one of the dorms. They're using other dorms for shelter and dropping off food and water for people who need it.
I heard AV Tech is got one of the buildings serving as a shelter.
Burnsville, Yankee County got it probably it's probably pretty bad. I know here in Hendersonville, it's, well, I guess it's the Arden where I'm at. It's pretty bad. I mean, the amount of trees there, I mean, it's just, the power's on right here on this road now, on the Long Shoals. It's on. It came on yesterday. I don't see how, but these guys are, there's a lot of trucks running up down the road that are working. And that's the poor old people at the fire department. I bet you I've seen them come by 40 times today. Looking at that big truck with the sirens going. So they're working. KN4TZW, I'm going to shut up and get inside. I hope everybody's doing okay. Hang in there. We'll make it.
Yeah, take care. Get inside and stay warm. Yeah, I'm not far from a fire station here. And I can see the tower at the fire station. But, like you say, sirens going off very frequently.
Gabriel, you mean the Waffle House sitting open?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. Is the Waffle House right near the exit to Swananoa? Let me just think about that. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the exit on from 40 to Swananoa. There's a Waffle House right there. I'm assuming that got flooded. If Swananoa got flooded.
My understanding is the only Waffle House open is the one on Brevard Road.
Well, which one does your wife work at?
Long Shoals. She works at the Long Shoals road one now. It's not open. Power's on there, but, you know, they got water. They could work. But I don't think people can, you know, travel all that well anyway. So, but I know the one on, I'm thinking it's Brevard Road that was open. But other than that, I don't think any of them's open.
Then you think the Moose Cafe is open?
I couldn't tell you, Ron. I don't know if they've got power over in that part or not. I sort of doubt it.
Yeah, that's near, I think that's near Harmony Creek. And Harmony Creek flooded and it took out the transfer station at Harmony Creek.
About passing your trash down the road.
I don't know, I guess I'm going to have to take my trash to the dump. Or whatever you call it, the proper term for it, the waste management facility, and that I'm trying to think of how I have to try. I got to travel right next to the Frenchport River to get there.
That's like the guy that Gary knows, you know, the one that retired Air Force, I think he was, but lives in Florida most of the time, but has a place up here, and Gary takes care of it. Maybe, okay. Yeah. He said not only did it take the rock house and the trees and the buildings and vehicles and all that, but it took the property too.
There are some homes, there are some campsites right along the French Broad there. Before you approach the waste management facility. What do I have to say? The dump. And those places must have been taken out for sure. I don't know how the road is.
Yeah, I was listening to the Hillsville, Virginia repeater, and guy said he lives in West Jefferson there at the New River, and he said he could sit on his porch and watch the campers floating down the river. There's a lot of campgrounds along these rivers.
That's right. That's what I remember seeing as I drove to the waste management facility. As I go, they're all on the left, and there's a fairly big drop-off from the roads on some of these homes. And as I recall, there's even a post office building that's adjacent to river that is at lower elevation than the road. You know, what they're saying about the height of the French Broad River, I can't imagine those things surviving.
Ron, did you ever get that tree from my blocking your driveway?
Well, I shouldn't say it's blocking. It's across the driveway, but at the present time, I've driven under it because one end is on the hill right in front of the house. I got a very steep hill in front of the house, and the trunk is on the ground on the downside of the road, or my driveway rather, and the upper portions with all the limbs and whatnot is on the hill. So I grit my teeth and hope for the best every time I do it, but I've driven right underneath it.
In the car or the truck?
In the truck. Yeah, don't even worry about my antenna.
You can't pull it with your tractor? Just drag it out of the way?
Not this tree. This is not a pine tree. This is a big old heavy tree. I would say it's a diameter, not circumference. Diameter is probably, I'm going to guess, maybe just short of 2 feet.
I mentioned earlier about that dried food. I've got enough over here to last us months. And it's not gourmet food, trust me, but it's food.
Yeah, I've consumed a lot of it. Kick myself for not having it here. But, yeah, my thinking was, well, we got 2 freezers and 2 refrigerators. And I've got the 3-point hitch. But what I didn't figure as much, the 3-point hitch generator, was the amount of fuel that the darn thing consumes. You know, they say run the generator at PTO speed, but it's got an indicator on it as to the frequency, the voltage, and the current coming out of it. And I backed the tractor down from quite a bit from its rated 540 speed for the PTO, and the meter on the generator, it hasn't gone down, so hopefully I can consume it won't use as much fuel since I have backed it down.
Hey, Ron,
Yeah.
are you just like running it for a couple hours and letting it rest like 4 or 5 hours and run it again for a couple more hours just to keep things frozen and cold?
That's what I'm doing, essentially. I asked just whether there was a rule of thumb, and somebody said 2 hours on, 5 or 6 hours off. And I've been trying to do that. And the refrigerator and the freezer, one each, have temperature, digital temperature measurements on the outside. The freezer in the garage is terrific. I mean, it's down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit, or maybe lower. You hit a button, it goes down to -11. The one in the kitchen, that's part of the refrigerator, that doesn't go down as well. I think it's in the area of somewhere between 15 and 20 degrees. Still frozen, but not the best for frozen foods.
Was it under regular shore power?
Dave, I have never had enough curiosity to look at it. No reason to do it. Well, I guess the reason is I would have known. But I don't know is the answer. Looking like a true Navy man. What's shore power?
It's regular Duke Energy or whatever.
I know, I was just commenting on your Navy background.
I concur. Help for me, Chris. I need all the help I can get. I got your back, brother. I got your back. Yeah, I guess we're not going Thursday. Doesn't look that way anyway.
Yeah, you guys should be happy. There was enough here to float your boat.
I don't want to get on another boat in my lifetime, unless it's a little trolling boat or fishing boat or something. Has anyone looked at the radar lately? I know it's supposed to rain tomorrow, but as far as that storm developing down in south of us, hadn't seen that. Yeah, I heard there was another storm developing. Hello, Jamie. And to answer your question, Ron, I do have data on my phone now. So, yeah, I'm looking at the radar now. I'm not seeing much as far as activity, but I'm just seeing it live. So, anyway, it could change.
Well, that's good, because like I say, I had heard, again, on this repeater, that the major cell phone services are locating mobile cell phone towers, and they're arranging them such that it doesn't matter what company you're with, you can just go through them. And I'm assuming that's what I'm working off of, because there's a tower right next to me, right, I can see it from, it's down below me, down the hill. I can see the top of it. And I usually get like 4 bars, but I'm getting just 2 bars now. So I think this is some sort of interim service that they're providing so people can communicate, but not utilize it for web pages and the like. And yeah, web pages.
Well, it just amazes me. We didn't have anything until this afternoon, and now I have what I would consider to be very, very basic cell service, not phone. Just like I can text a brief message, no pictures or videos or anything like that, but I can text a brief message, and that's it. But all of a sudden, it just started working this afternoon.
Yeah, that's what I have, Dave. Just text and emails, but it's intermittent. Sometimes it's, I got 2 bars and I can utilize it. Other times there's a little, it says SOS in the top left-hand side of my iPhone, and I can't do anything with it, other than if I had an emergency, it's like calling 911. That's about it.
That's exactly what I have. That's the first thing I noticed, that it wasn't constant. And at first I thought it's just because they were setting it up and getting everything in line or whatever they have to do. I have no idea. But it comes and it has come and gone from the time it started up until just recently. So I think that's the way it's engineered, but I don't know that for sure. But mine is the same as yours, Ron.
Yeah, I suspect it's one of those mobile cell towers that they utilize to provide people with some level of communication, but not the full service.
It just amazes me, these cell towers are supposed to have backup generators and batteries, supplies, and all that.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Lynn. You know, that's the thing that really surprised me. I can understand loss of power. I can understand loss of water. The pump station is flooded and they don't have the power. Their backup system. But cell towers, you see these cell towers on the top of a mountain, and you don't see any electrical wires, no poles or anything else. I've always wondered, how do they get their power? Is it solar and battery backup? That was the thing that did surprise me, loss of cell service.
One of the things over here is the batteries that they have. I just heard this yesterday. Don't know how true it is, but there's people that have stolen the batteries out of the cell phone towers. So without the battery, the generator doesn't start. So then that was Daniel over here in Lenore. He has one of them out by his place, and he stopped and talked to the guy, and he said they're replacing the batteries because they're missing.
I got a friend that works for the cell company. He said that he believes it was on purpose because it kept from 911 being inundated with calls because they couldn't handle the flow the way it was.
See the other thing.
Somebody's calling you.
Who?
He's probably on another radio, knowing him. I was going to ask you, you said you talked to a contractor fair today in Collinsville. They said it, 2 weeks before you think they can even get any power up there?
No, we don't have power. Nothing. I mean, the power lines are laying on the road, on Abington Road for miles. The tops of the poles are snapped off, and the top of the pole and the lines are in the road.
Wow.
Wow. Man. It's terrible.
The road is 7 miles long, and there's 6 miles of power lines laying in the road.
I remember in New Jersey, in Mountainside, there was a tornado, actually, a mini tornado came through. And the lines were on the ground alive, and they were hopping about, and they burned. People had lawns there, and they burned lines in the grass. And it took a while for the power company to come and turn off the juice.
Wow.
When they hooked up my house, I was down near the road that is just a mountain road, not even state-owned or anything, but it was paved. And alongside the road is where the power company had originally run the power lines. And when I hooked up I didn't hook up the house, when it was time for them to hook up the house, they dug down to the power line, and it was live. And I talked to the guy, and I forget what it was like 50,000 volts or some ungodly number like that. And he cut into it. He had rubber suit on and rubber boots and rubber gloves, and he cut into it. And you could feel the hair on your arms stand up. There was like a, I don't know, a field, an electric field coming off that thing. He just tapped into it like it was no big deal, and then buried it, and away they went. But that was really cool to feel that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the job they couldn't pay me enough to do.
Right? Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Pretty fortunate here. I contacted the power company to get power to the house, and I thought they were going to put up poles up alongside the driveway, but they, on their own, decided that it would be better to bury it. So from the street way down below all the way up here, the line is just buried.
That's because there's no maintenance, no follow-on maintenance with that stuff, unless you have a flood like this. But poles and wires and stuff are a pain in the neck.
Hey, Dave, look at it this way. Maybe it's a good time to advocate that bury it underground. That's one thing I said about where I live. The neighborhood I live in, and the secondary road, it's all underground until it gets up to the main road.
Yeah, coming off what I call the main road, which is Attica Road, all the way up into where I live, it's all underground. All the utilities are underground.
Yeah, that's how it is here, out to the main road, and then I forgot what I was going to say. It's all underground till you get out to the main roads, and it goes above ground, and of course that's where it fails. Oh crap, Dave. Got pictures coming in from Betsy's store. The store is gone.
Well, I got a call from Mike Isom tonight, actually on the radio, and there's a Facebook page. I'm not real familiar with it, but he said, "Have you seen the damage in Wilson Creek?" Which Becky's store's up there, Betsy's store. And I said, "No, I don't even have internet." And he said, "It's devastating." And I said, "Well, tell me about it." He didn't even want to tell me about it. He said, you got to see it to appreciate it. So when I get full internet, I'll be going to that site. But they were up there at the turn at the intersection, but Wilson Creek was a little bit lower than them. So I can't imagine it being up and getting Betsy's store.
It doesn't look like it got the store. Where the RVs parked versus the store?
Right behind it.
Okay, from these pictures from yesterday, the store was still there, but the whole campground was flooded. There's campers floating in the water. Let me read the comments here. The store is still standing. Mostly it was all the campers still there, but flooded. Okay, the store did have water in the store, but the building and the guy Bruce is fine.
Yeah, Bruce is the owner up there. But that, as you come up along Wilson Creek, when you go across the first bridge, you get to campground, that road kind of goes uphill till it gets to the store. Not a lot, but maybe 4 or 5 feet. But anything's possible. I mean, nobody saw this coming. This had water in places that you never thought water went, or the amount of water that went. So this I think surprised a whole bunch of people, me included.
Oh yeah, dude. I got pictures of the Johns River. Dude, we were just talking about this before all this happened, right? Okay, you got the Johns River Bridge out here at my house. Okay, yeah, it floods. Water will go up over it. But we were talking about the Catawba River, where the 2 bridges are, right? Where the old Chatelaine factory is. Those bridges ain't little bridges, man. It's good. Like I was telling my buddy here, I got on the voice chat with me and talking with. on the computer, well, not the computer, but my phone, is those bridges are a good 60 feet, 50 to 60 feet above the water line. And when Ernesto come over to bring me the water the other day, the water was lapping the bottom side of that bridge. And I was like, man, that river's what, 20, 25 foot wide right there? And you figure a column of 60 foot of water, 20 foot wide.
Wow.
That's some crazy amount of water.
60
Comment.
foot. Wow.
K2DXX, I know that voice.
Yeah, he escaped his repeater.
Yeah. That's, Billy, ain't it? Not Billy, give me a second.
William.
William, there it is, KO4DVP.
That's me.
W14,
That's a little bit better than our 40 meter we tried the other night.
W14,
Oh, okay, I know who this is. Alright, what's up, my friend? And I hear TZA in there too. Hey, TZA, I was hoping to get a hold of you anyway. I'm glad you came on here. Tell your nanny that if, I don't know, I know we got family up there in Irwin. Irwin got destroyed, man. It's bad up there. I don't know if we still got family living up there or not. I know it's been years since I've been up there.
I'll make a comment real quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I talked to Becky last night about 1 o'clock. Lawrence is dead. Let's see, Paul's gone. Paula's still up there. Her and her kids. Nicole's still up there. But Becky State, they're right there on, it's north-south. You come right into Irwin, you turn left right there at the, you got the kitchen. What's the name of that kitchen? Starts with a C, come on now. It ain't gonna come to me. But you go past that little restaurant, it's actually moved to the left right beside the gas station when you get into Irwin. But, you turn left and go up there to the football stadium, and right beside the stadium is Uncle Lawrence's house, and Becky's still alive, but Lawrence is dead. Roger?
Roger, how did it make out? Did she say?
Yeah, she stayed up there. Her house wasn't affected. She's a little bit on the side of the mountain there, so I know, what is that, 26, I think it is. Or 27, it's 126, 27, one of the two. It got completely wiped out right there. There's a little bridge that crosses over the river. I don't know how much you remember. But yeah, it's completely gone.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. That's what come to my mind was Lawrence and them. Because, we went up there, I think that's about the last time we were up there. And God, that's been 25, 30 years ago, at least 25. And we went and camped on the river down there. And there was a gentleman on here earlier tonight from up there. And he said, yeah, Erwin, he said, all that's messed up there real bad. And I was like, man, that's, we got a family up there. And he offered to reach out to him if we needed to. And I was like, well, I don't have any information. And I was like, well, I'll get a hold of Dave out here on one of the repeaters, and I'll ask him. So it's good you're here, brother. Okay, and hope y'all doing well. We're still ain't getting the power. Water's finally back on, and we got internet back. Finally, data on the phone. But yeah, power's still out. They got power to the Chesterfield Fire Department, and that's as far as they could get before the sun went down. And they said that they should have us back on tomorrow. So, yeah, we're thankful, man. I hope y'all doing well, and kids and everything.
Yeah, QSL. No, I'm still on backup power. I still got about 25 gallons of gas left.
and I'm actually running 2 generators. One generator runs both 15-amp sides of the house. I found 2 circuits that pretty much, one circuit will, I'm back feeding in with the breakers off, both outside breaker and the main breaker, and then back feeding into a 120 outlet in the living room, which feeds everything on the left-hand side of the house, and then down the hallway, that one feeds everything on the other side of the house. So I got fans, lights, and then I've got a second 5,000 watt 6250 on startup. It's driving the well pump. Tomorrow, depending on if I get the brakes on the truck, I might work, but if I don't, then I've got I'm going to wire up another, about a 65-foot pigtail, and then shut down the top element on the water heater, turn the thermostat back all the way, and try to super drive the water heater, and I'm thinking it'd be about 19-amp draw at around 4,500 watts. If that thing ain't got a 5,500 watt driver in it, I cannot remember if it does or not, but I think I can heat my water back up on the house. But yeah, we got water, we got internet, everything's operating as long as I got power, and you know, where I'm at, I'll be the last one to get turned on. Back to you, William, W4TGA.
Yeah, man, I was totally surprised they got put the fire department here. Because if you like I was just telling TOZ Dave, man, the Catawba River, you know, the double bridges, man, that's what, 50, 60 foot down to the water from the top of the bridge. And when Ernesto snapped the picture, the water was lapping the top of the bridge, man. And that's a lot of water. And yeah, I was real surprised that they got out here as quick as they did. And they said that they should have power tomorrow. We've got a generator. I got a little Harbor Freight generator, but I'm sharing it with my neighbor. I kind of felt that he was a little more important. He's got a small child. He's got medical needs and stuff. And I was like, man, I said, we're good. I said, we've got what we need. And so we've been sharing the generator back and forth to keep phones charged, stuff like that, and run a cooler for him for her medicine. But yeah, okay. Sorry, I got my headset on. I got people talking to my headset. And but yeah, it's been crazy, man. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, and you got generators and stuff, and hopefully they'll get you back on. They said High Peak was a mess. Last report I got was that the Forest Service was coming in. They were calling crews in to come clear the road so they could get fuel up to the Viper system. So, man, ain't no telling when the repeater will come back up.
Well, that's where I'm at right now. Not up on the repeater, but I'll make that comment in a minute. So South Elm is what I was trying to think of, and the name of that restaurant is Clarence's. I bet that'll ring a bell on you, man. Remember, we used to go down there. That was the big place that we used to eat at. And she is beside of Gentry Stadium. That's up there where the tanks used to be. If you remember, me, you, and Daniel used to go down to the memorial beside Gentry Stadium and climb all over them old World War II tanks. Real quick, and then it'll probably strike up one heck of a conversation with people listening, and I hope it does. So I had a conversation with Daniel earlier today. I hope Ernesto's listening. There is absolutely no presence of ham radio operation in Morganton, and it absolutely ticks me off. Part of the problem is, you know, half of our town still has no reception, no cell phone service. During a crisis like this, for us to have a repeater without battery backup and then nobody offering to try to get on Simplex. I never heard one person hollering, saying, hey, can anybody get up there? I could get up there. I would have went up there with batteries on my back and got them up there to the repeater and turned that repeater down, but I don't have a key for it.
I was dedicated repeater coordinator, 2 years ago? And I made that comment to Daniel, and one of the other comments is that's part of the reason I'm not as active with the club. And, just zero organization from the hierarchy. And I'll see who I woke up in the middle of the night. Back to you, William. W4TZA, KO4DBB.
Well, I'm going to say this, and I don't care who's here. Person you just commented about, don't speak to him about anything. And if you got cell coverage, I'll give you a ring and talk to you privately about that. But as far as your comment about the club, that's what we're working on, brother. Me and Ernesto have been working our asses off, dude. And again, that's another phone conversation we need to have before November. On that front, just let me put a bug in your ear that it's on the move. It's going to change. I can't really say a lot because of the things that are involved, but just like I said, give me a public service when you can, and we'll talk about it. And just know that your voice is heard about that, and things are being moved with it. Like I said, that's all I can say right now, but I totally agree, man. There was Simplex. It's not one of the standard Simplex. Stick it in your radio. It's 147.570. God, I hope I got that right. I don't have it in this handheld to look. It's in my 991A. But I believe it's 147.570. But there is a bunch of us on Simplex now, separate from everything else, by the way. But just give me a public service when you can, and I'll tell you some more information.
Well, it ain't just our club; it's across the board. The 190 done an absolute fantastic job every day. Net control, relaying, welfare check, relays. I appreciate everybody that operates this repeater and keeps this repeater online, because there's other resources. We had the Sparta machine. I guess I ain't even tried to get it. I'm pretty sure it's still open. The activity was zero. We can hit it from here. That's not the thing. The only ham that I heard until you now, and I've been on HF2, the only ham I've heard is said name. And I don't know, man. That's a sore topic. And this is the other thing. I think that we could have organized a little bit better too, and minor things like getting oxygen out to people, 5 gallons of gas to people that, elderly. I've done that for a lady. She's about 5 miles up the road. She was at the top of the road in her wheelchair with a sign that said help. I whipped in there and helped her. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to jump off the subject. I'll let somebody else jump in there with that one. W4TZA, KO4DBP, before I get mad.
Yeah, like I said, cousin, it's coming. Like I said, just give me a phone call when you can, when you got a few minutes, and I'll fill you in on some things. Because I'm in total agreement, man. I've told you before, I was disillusioned when I got my ham ticket, man. Talking to you and God rest his soul, Joel. And others, man, I had this envision of what amateur radio was supposed to be, and it got shattered. I'm not gonna lie, it got shattered when I got involved down here, and it almost made me regret getting my ticket. It really did. But like I said, winds of change are blowing, my friend. That's all I can say right now. But yeah, we'll clear off the repeater here because they have been using it for welfare checks and everything. But also the Lenore repeater, High Brighton. John, AG4ZL, and the guys at the Caldwell Severe Weather Net, man, I'm actually joining them to be a net controller for them. So I'll be part, because ain't like I got anything else there to do. I can't go nowhere. So they were big, man, and with the Caldwell repeater and the Caldwell County, they did a really good job doing this. But anywho, we turn the repeater back to normal amateur operations and quit yakking about our troubles in Burke County. Lynn, I hope you're still here. Hopefully we didn't put you to sleep.
Oh, no. I raised 7 kids. I have a lot of patience. But, yeah, that frequency is 147,570.
Yeah, I wrote that down. I appreciate that, W4TJ.
That's the sarcastic net. That's not a good one to get on. That's just 4 people. TZA Dave, this is TOZ Dave. In all fairness to Daniel, and I'm sticking up for him, but he has not had that repeater for quite some time, so it's not his fault.
Oh, no. I'm not saying it is. No. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it is. But there are just some things that went on that need to be changed, need to be addressed. And it's happening. Like I said, I don't want to say as much as I could, but, things are changing because of it. And, the repeater itself for a long time, I don't know, supposedly there's a generator up there in that building that all it needs is propane. It's a propane generator. And this last time, the last power outage, or the first, okay, no, let me take that back. The first power outage that the repeater had, after I got my ticket in 2018, or 19, whenever I got my ticket, it was like a couple weeks after I got my ticket. I offered to pay the gas company to take a tank up there. I had him on the phone. And I was told, no, don't do that. You don't want to upset nobody. So, yeah, like I said, we'll talk later. And we'll talk later too, as soon as you get the service back. So, go live in your cave, or you can be ultimate caveman now. Build you a fire, grab your wife, say, be caveman, got fire, woman. You want to go to HF?
What on earth? That's the thing you get involved in. Just mortgage and club in the first place. People at the bar open. They take more PC.
Well, that's true. That's 100% true. So, where do you want to go? Well, no, I can't go. I can't go to HF. I have no power to run the radio. Oh, never mind. What's up, Kurt? Good to hear you. I ain't heard your voice in a little bit. W4TGA Dave down here in Morganton. Yep. Break. 1 second, break. Kurt, I got your solution. I'm gonna send Davey down there to spend the week with you with no power. Yeah, go ahead, break.
This is N1CIS in Candler. Lynn, are you still on here?
Yes, sir. KI4ZK.
Copy KI4ZK N1CIS. Hey, this is Scott in Candler. Can you make a call for me real quick? I've got a aunt in the hospital, and I've been texting with my cousin, and I don't know if he's still asleep or what, but I only have satellite text capability on my iPhone. Can you make a call for me and route him up and tell him to text me back?
Yes, sir. If you don't shoot me, just go ahead with your number.
Tommy.
Guys, stand by, guys. Stand by. Stand by comments. Go ahead with the phone number there, bud.
Okay, I got that pulled up now. Phone number 828-707-4759. 828-707-4759. That's Greg. This name's Scott. Just having you call him and having him check his text message.
659. His name's Greg. And check his text messages from Scott.
That's a copy also. If you got anything new, if you would, says that, check on that too, 'cause I don't know, these things, it's hit and miss. Thank you, sir, and I'll be standing by. This is the N1CIS.
All right, I'll do it, and hopefully he'll answer, or I'll at least get a recording.
Yeah, you don't need to leave a message. Don't need to leave a message. If you get him, great. If you don't, then we're going to probably call him for tonight, but we really need to know what's going on because the last text message I got was bad. Call me.
All right, I'll be back shortly. KI4Z, case standing by.
We'll go to 146-520.
Yeah, I can.
34TZ8. I'll be clear.
Thank you, gentlemen. N1CIS.
No, I think they might be taking another break, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream. Thanks for tuning in, y'all, and if you're one of those folks out there that prays, by all means, you probably should be.
Scott, you still there?
Oh.
Scott?
Yes, sir, go ahead. N1CIS here.
Yeah, it went straight to voicemail.
Okay, thank you, sir. I appreciate you much. I'll turn the machine back. Thanks for the guys that let me get in here. I sure do appreciate it. N1CIS, I'll be clear. Lynn, thank you as well.
No problem. Have a good night and a good day tomorrow.
Same to you, sir. I'll be headed to Greer, South Carolina, hopefully to the pharmacy to get my medication before I'm out as of tomorrow. So I got to go down. I got to figure something out. Thank you much.
Ron, you still in there?
K4IWB, you talking to me?
No, I was calling W2UZZ, but hey over there, Ron. Hope you and Martha are doing well.
Well, we got through a hole. We don't have any major damage. We are out of power. We'll be probably through the weekend. We had a cluster of 4 trees come down. Yes, one hit dominoed it. They come down and went across the high tension lines and they pulled everything to the ground. My son and violated gentleman yesterday got out there 9 o'clock yesterday morning. The day before yesterday they started cutting on the law run, up and run them off. And anyway, they went back down there yesterday morning and started at 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock to clear one lane. I mean, you could not reach around these streets. They were really big.
I heard that.
But it missed everybody's house. That's a good deal. I can't complain, man. I got no power, but I ain't fussed.
Yeah, I'm not complaining either. I had a big tree out back come down, well, a couple trees, but yeah, I had the hardtop for her YJ Jeep stored on a plastic skid out back, and guess where the tree fell?
Man, I hate that.
Oh yeah, she wasn't happy. Those things ain't cheap.
Up in Lansing, North Carolina, I don't know how their fire trucks done that. They got flooded so bad that the fire trucks floated away. They've only found one of them so far.
It takes a lot to float a fire truck away.
Downtown Lansing was not partially underwater. It was up above the doors, some of the doors of the stores.
Yeah, I think there was some other fire departments that went through the same thing. The water was up to the top of the garage door, so you know the trucks were flooded.
Yeah. As far as Lenore goes, trees down on homes and stuff, that's bad, but not making light of the people that have bad damage. But, we got out light compared to a lot of the stuff.
Oh, I know. I have nothing to complain about because I'm still living. Didn't suffer near the damage other people. I mean, they lost homes and everything. So, yeah, I have nothing to complain about. Just count my blessings.
Voorheesville.
We're charging our batteries with the vehicle. Slow process. Today we took it, my daughter got her power back, so today we took them over there and charged it. I got solar, but I ain't got enough sun to charge my battery.
I heard that. I think I heard Mr. Rogers up in there. Good evening, Mr. Rogers.
Hello, Liam and the group. I think you said that was Ron in there, maybe? If I got the name wrong, you'll have to correct me. But, yeah, how's everybody doing tonight? Myself over here in Hilton, finally got power back on and cell phone service, so we're doing a lot better tonight than we was. And the question to the propane tank went is a 15-pound, and it went 7 hours.
Oh, well, you did good then.
Well, it wasn't running but 240 watts, maybe 250, something like that.
I told her I wanted a conversion kit for the one I have, but she said, why don't you just buy one that just uses propane, and that way you'll have gas and propane.
Well, I noticed on this one, it drops the wattage for some reason. When you're using propane, it's 9,000 surge and 7,000 continuous. If you're on gasoline, it's 10,000 surge and 9,000 continuous. I don't understand that one, but anyway.
Well, that's because the combustion rate for gasoline is a lot higher. You get more combustion out of gasoline than you do propane.
Yeah, this repeater's got the answer for everything, I'm telling you.
Yeah, Roger, you get more power out of gasoline than you do propane. Yeah, what he said.
Yeah, what he said. Can't pour out WB.
I've got the same thing, Roger. I've got a Champion that's dual fuel, and mine's a little bit less than that, 9,000 for gasoline and 73.50 or something for propane.
Let's see if I got it. The reason I wanted one that would run propane was because propane is so much easier to store. You don't have to use no stable in it. You can keep it forever, and yeah, you don't lose nothing. So that's why I like propane.
Comment. I talked to my neighbor today. He's got a generator, I got a generator. We both cycle them. I use a little bit over 5 gallons of gasoline. Now mine's a 9,500 watt generator, and I honestly don't know what his is, but it's a good size one. His is propane. Again, I use 5.5 gallons a day cycling it. He uses 20 gallons of propane a day. So you might want to factor that in if you're thinking about getting a propane generator.
Well, just bear in mind that they do not put 20 pounds of propane in a tank. They'll only put like, I think 16 or something like that.
Exactly. He has a 250-gallon tank sitting right alongside of his generator with a gauge on it. And I just got that information today because I was thinking about getting a propane tank and hooking a propane generator up. But the operating cost for me turned me against it. And also, if you lose horsepower, I don't know. I'm still debating on this issue, but I do like the way it starts better. It definitely runs, and you get a lot of gain of storing it, like you're saying, Lynn, and 4AZ.
For short-term, short-term power outages or something, there's nothing wrong with propane. It'll work for camping trips or whatnot. But, when the situation we're at now, I think propane is probably not the most economical to use. I think gasoline is, but you can't store it for long periods of time either.
Still propane for a long time.
Yeah, that's my point. I mean, if you're just using it occasionally, propane's the best way to go. But in a situation like this, gasoline's probably the better route to choose. If you had to choose one or the other, or you had the choice of both, you could mix and match, depending on your needs.
Yeah, I've seen those that use both, either or, but I was going to put a conversion kit on mine, but after talking to her, she said, no, just go get you one. And really all we need is enough power for the refrigerator and the freezer so it wouldn't be running that long. As long as you don't open the refrigerator and freezer, the stuff will stay cold for a long time. And I told her, I said, well, we got 12-volt TVs that we can use, so we can still watch TV.
What kind of heat do you have, Lynn?
Mostly wood and propane. We do have an electric heater in the bathroom.
The only good thing about this hurricane coming right now, you don't need air conditioning and you don't need heat. So in that aspect, there was good timing.
That is true. Cold weather's going to come a lot quicker than the recovery's going to get here.
Well, you got to say one thing, there's plenty of them now. Big gauge generators, my generator just turned off, I'm in the dark.
They run out of gas.
Oh, yeah. I've babied it along with 5 gallons of gas today.
Do you notice any difference in the amount of gas versus propane? I haven't really run it on propane much. I mean, we just haven't really used it much on that. I did test it one time with a bottle, but it worked. It's probably cleaner. Cleaner on the engine, I'll tell you that, the engine oil itself. But as far as efficiency, probably not as efficient as gas.
Okay, before DKW. There's more trouble.
Go for it.
I'm just now getting off work. I had to go uptown and use the internet, but my cousin worked for the propane company in Hickory, and he gifted me 2 1,000-gallon propane tanks here. But interesting, the trucks they would drive was propane and gasoline, so they would drive around as best they could with propane, but whenever they need more get up and go, climbing hills, or if they got their bobtail fully loaded, they turn the propane off and use gasoline. It's more explosion power there. Same thing, gasoline. The ethanol they put in our gas now compared to non-ethanol gas, I know. Hold on. I know that for me to fill up my van here in Lenore and drive towards Florida, before ethanol gas, I can make it to the Florida-Georgia line with a full tank. But after the ethanol, I can go maybe near where I-95 and I-26 meet a little bit further down. So, yeah, I guess, propane's not so good.
And I wouldn't use ethanol gas in my generator. I don't use vehicle. I don't use it in chainsaws or lawnmowers or anything. And then I had no choice yesterday. I had to get ethanol fuel. Well, that's understandable.
If you're burning it out, you're okay. You know, if you're gonna let it sit, you know, I put non-ethanol gas in my generator, and it sits. You know, and every year I change it out. I just changed it out the other day, and I'm fortunate I didn't have to use the generator this time. But if you use ethanol gas, you need to put that stable. Treat it with stable. If you're using the non-ethanol, you're okay.
All you can put your hands on is alcohol. If you would double the size of the jets in your carburetor on your generator or your automobile if you have a carburetor, it will run on alcohol.
Yeah, it's supposed to be using 97% isopropyl then.
Well, I don't know about all that, but I just know that it will run on alcohol to double the size of the jet. 74 IWD.
At $4 a quart, Liam, I don't think that's too bad.
Yeah, and that's another thing, because I was going to get some, because I use it, for cleaning my glasses and stuff when I'm doing my bottles and things. And, yeah, that stuff was like, the 97, I think at Walmart was like $3 and something, but I told her, I said, remember before the pandemic, you could get it for like 75 cents.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Ron.
Thanks, 74 IWD. This might be old news, but we just got a public safety message. The DOT says travel is prohibited in western North Carolina. I don't get that. Now, after it says only emergency traffic is allowed on I-77 and I-40 west is closed. Local traffic only.
Ron, get on your Jesus.
I guess I need to get on Trump belts. I will.
Yeah, I don't understand that, because trucks have still got to get to Hickory and Morganton and everything else west. The way I understand it, they were just trying to route all the truck traffic that would be going through to get to the state line, to rerouting them to go up 77, then hit 81 and go down into Tennessee.
Comment?
Go ahead.
KG4IKQ, the travel restriction on westbound traffic for I-40 is for through traffic. Through traffic, as in traveling from Statesville through western North Carolina on I-40 in an attempt to reach Tennessee. That's what the travel restriction is for.
Yep, that's my understanding too.
Hey, Lynn?
Yes, sir.
I got I'm listening to the Mel Mitchell all day, and I didn't hear many reports on Robbinsville and or Hendersonville, Brevard County. How are things in those two counties?
They are without power, most of it. I noticed the Bear Waller repeater was down, but the other one, the Hendersonville repeater, as I got it marked in my radio, it was working, and it's up on Bear Waller, so I don't know if one's got a generator and the other don't or what.
Yeah, my sister lives in Robbinsville, and I may have to do a search and rescue on her, because her son runs FEMA in Tennessee. So you think they'd be okay. But the text message I got from the family said they got a text a couple of days ago saying that they're okay. They said my brother-in-law had to go up on top of a mountain there and get some cell service, but I've asked the family to clarify.
we know for sure. I also have a cousin that lives in there in Hendersonville we haven't heard of either. And so I'm going to be digging into both of those tomorrow.
The emergency signal will be back on at 9 o'clock in the morning, and they're relaying messages and things like that. So, yeah, if you need to use them, but because there's a lot of people that just don't have cell service, but they got a ham radio, and that's a blessing to them that they actually communicate and get messages out.
Heard that. Well, you know, I was listening to it earlier today, and something, you know, there's people that are spoofing them. And I was listening, I forget, I should have recorded it, but it was basically someone called in and said, well, this girl, her name is Abby Normal, and she's got somebody missing, so it's such a place, so please call Abby Normal, you know, so I know they're messing with those people.
Oh, you can't cure stupidity. You can numb it with the 2x4, but you can't cure it. The 2x4 will silence it for a little while. Say what, Roger? I said that 2x4 will silence stupidity for a little while. Oh, that's what I told my kids when they was growing up. I said, I can't cure stupid, but I can cure it with a 2x4. They got the message. I bet they did. To be honest, I always told mine that if you don't be good, I'm going to do what you did with your sister. And they didn't have another sister. Yeah, when I was growing up, I had 3 younger brothers, and I always wanted a sister until I raised girls, and then I was grateful that I didn't have a sister. Yeah, I kind of got that way. I'm an only child, but I've got 3 kids, two girls and a son, 3 grandboys and a granddaughter. So yeah, I've been through a mess. Between my 2 from my first marriage and her 5 from her first marriage, yeah, it was 3 girls and 4 boys, and I'll raise boys any day because they're low maintenance. You just give them a baseball or a video game or something, and they don't bother you whatsoever. But girls, they're high maintenance. And you might as well install an extra couple of bathrooms. When they get a certain age, all of a sudden, they become smarter than you, and for some reason, a mom and a daughter just like to argue with each other. I mean, sometimes I just have to walk away. Yeah, that's the reason I got involved with ham radio. It gave me a place to go outside and do something. When they was growing up, they all grown now, so I'm happy the way things are, I reckon. We gotta be anyway. They all growed up good, but somebody else pick it up. N4AZO over here in Virginia. And everybody, Roger, I'm gonna hit the hay. I'm in the dark anyway. I got some lanterns going, but I'm gonna probably take a real quick Navy shower. I got 50 pounds on the water well, so I think I'll splash off and then soap up and splash off again. But see you guys tomorrow, and hope
hopefully things will get back to normal pretty soon. But oh, by the way, did see Num Nums today. He is alive. He's under the house at the road. He did come out and got about 8 feet from me and then ran away from me. He wouldn't come to me at all. I was just fixing to ask if they come home. And hopefully you can get him in, son. Yeah, I'm not giving up. I did bring, well, she brought out some food and took it over and some dry food and put it where he came out at, so hopefully he'll find it. But, well, at least the little guy won't starve to death. But anyway, hopefully if he gets hungry or tired or whatever, he'll come back home and, you know, hopefully the generator will not distract him either. But anyway, we'll keep the light on for him. Y'all take care. 73, Scan 14 next. Good night, everybody. Good luck with it. 73, employees out.
Yeah, we'll catch you later, Mr. Chris. Hope you and Miss Anita have a good night's rest and a good day coming up tomorrow. KI4ZK.
Station, try again.
Oh, that's Skippy. He just jumps in and says a word and then runs away.
Oh, okay, I didn't actually hear what he said.
About your son David up in Newland, how they fare this weather?
Oh, they got hammered up there. Yeah, they somehow or another they've got a mobile communication tower on a trailer that the government put up there. I think when the COVID was around and the kids were online learning and stuff, I think it's been there ever since. So he's got a way of getting out with his phone. He's called me twice today.
Good. I just didn't hear him on the radio. I figured he'd be hanging out. But alrighty, well, I'm going to bed. I have power, I have water, I have DVD, I have channel 14 and 17 on my TV, so it doesn't get any better than that. So tomorrow will be better. Have a good night. KB4DKW. I'm clear.
All right, Mr. Daniel, we'll have yourself a good night's rest and a good day up coming up tomorrow. And, yeah, let's hope things are going to get brighter. We'll talk to you later.
7 days. Daniel, I'm sorry. I didn't even acknowledge you. I'm sorry, buddy. Have a good night. Cam 14X.
Ron, get on a different radio and don't worry about acknowledging me. I'm not worth it. Ron, seriously, you sound like you got a hairdryer going on and you're talking to us from inside the toilet bowl, so do better. I mean it. I'm not trying to make you mad or anything, but we're having a hard time hearing you. KB4DKW, I'm done. I'm gone. Bye-bye.
Oh, Dan, so you are worse. Just so everybody else. What she's working on right now, she's thinking of light wire to the factory, so we'll be up in a couple of minutes. Thanks. Have a good night.
Sound like that hand dryer, exit 45, 540, Bristol.
Daniel's pretty funny, right, Lance?
Oh, yeah.
I like that. Got me cracked up over here. I can't turn it off, guys. Anyway, good night, Cam 14X. Everybody have a good one.
Catch you later, Mr. Chris.
See you later, Chris. M4 is ill.
KJ2UCZ, KI4ZEK. He might have went to crank the generator up for a couple hours. Very well possible. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to hear it running tonight, but I'm like you on my thoughts that I hate to complain about stuff that happened here because everybody else is having so much bigger problems that I can deal with mine. I just wish them prayers and all that stuff. Oh yeah, and this is going to go on for a while. They ain't going to be able to fix this stuff overnight, but and the further west you go, the worse the conditions are. Yeah, I finally got to see some of the pictures today when we got internet back, and over in Irwin, Tennessee, it's a mess too on this side of the mountain. We don't have internet, but well, I don't even know if anybody over here's got internet yet, but Better Half's got pulled up her Facebook on her phone, and yeah, we're looking at all the pictures of the damage and stuff. It's just amazing. It really is. There's just 1,000-year flood that nobody's seen. Hey, Miss Martha.
Hey, everybody. I figured since I was talking on the radio, I'd turn the hair dryer off.
Well, how nice.
Just joking around. I figured everybody might need a little bit of a laugh. KM4IWA. I'm going to turn it back over to Ron now.
I don't know. I enjoy talking to you.
Thank you.
Well, when you're talking, you always seem to have a smile on your face.
I do.
All right, so
And we rode up to Hickory today. We was going to go by the bank, and my line was a mile long. I said, well, we don't need money that bad. But we went to Sam's Club and got some stuff, and they didn't have no water, no diapers. Believe it or not, they had toilet paper. Let me out. But there was no bread, and a lot of the chips and stuff, especially those boxes, you know, it's got multiple bags of the little chips and all. I mean, they used to have pallets of them, and those were wiped out too. And met some people in a pickup that was getting a bunch of stuff from the American Red Cross, and thanked them for their time and stuff. But they said they were working Catawba and Burke County. I can imagine. I'd say everything will be sold out for a while by ourselves. And, yeah, I'm sure they are going to be buying for quite some time. Our local store finally opened up, which they had power. They must be on generators, or there's a power station right behind them one. There is a power station back there, substation, so it's probably getting power straight to it, but they didn't have their gas pumps turned on. We have food cities over here, and Weber City, Virginia, and Gate City has been on without power. I think it come on about 4, 5, 6 o'clock today. I was talking to somebody yesterday over there in Irwin, Tennessee, but the food city there was giving the water away, but they was trying to sell all the refrigerated stuff and all. I don't know if it's because they didn't have power or what, but I think they was practically giving it away, and they wouldn't be able to get another truck until next week.
Well, the only thing they was selling down here, I think they said, was dry foods. I don't think they're selling any freezer stuff or anything like that. It surprised me that they was taking debit cards and credit cards. Their networks was up also.
We went to Lincoln, guess it was yesterday, and to get sump pump, because I got tired of backing in the water. I said I'll just get a sump pump and make it a little bit easier, but anyway, Ingles was open, but it had a big sign at the door saying cash only.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I heard you talking about that earlier. But yeah, that surprised me that ours down here was taking a debit card. I figured that'd be like you was talking about, big cash only, but no, they wasn't. But anyway, I'm gonna take this opportunity to kick out on you. I'll get you out tomorrow night sometime. I'm always usually in here listening anyway. I have to help a friend with his brakes today on his truck. We're gonna do it tomorrow. I've got an early appointment for her doctor's appointment in the morning, so I better hit the hay. Get up and do it early in the morning. We'll catch you later. 7-3's all the way around the table. Anybody else in here? 7-3's from M4AZL.
Mr. Roger, you take care over there and don't work too hard tomorrow. And yeah, I'll be getting up and getting the chainsaw out, and I'm gonna start working on this one tree and do what I can with it. But anyway, have yourself a good night. KI4ZK.
Be careful, accidents happen. I was doing the same thing about, this is 2 or 3 months ago, 3 months, I guess, and I broke my right foot. So be careful. Accidents happen with them big blocks of wood. 7-3's, I'm out. M4AZL.
See ya.
Tell me not to do it. I'm about to commit suicide here.
Oh, stay away from the curb. Don't jump off the curb.
For years I paid for the privilege of not having to watch commercials, and ever since this hurricane came on, I stuck with digital TV. I get channel 17, which is PBS, and channel 14, which is Sacred. So you got Jimmy Swaggart, and you got this, that, the other. But one channel trying to sell this thing called a paint zoom. It's high volume, low pressure spray gun. And they're spraying everything without any kind of taping it off or this, that, the other. And I said, oh gosh. And it's on all day long. And this is why I pay for the privilege, so I don't have to watch stupid commercials anymore.
That's how over-the-air TV is if you use an antenna. Now, I get 14, but it's got like 7 different channels. But I watch that Newsmax on 14-2.
Yeah, I'm trying to see which channel has it. Oh, what's the other new device I can't do without? It's called Odor Police. Gotta give me one of those.
That's an odor police.
I gotta plug this in.
Odor Police. It looks like a cylinder you that sucks up bad smells and keeps them away from you. So yeah, I gotta go get one of those now.
That's why I don't watch info commercials.
I'm watching steam cleaners now. I tell you what, it's just terrible. People have to sit and watch these broadcasts. I'm just so spoiled. I get YouTube. I'll pay $12 a month so I don't have to watch commercials, and I've done that for years. Yeah, it's been right now I'm losing my sanity, so I'm just tell me go to bed. I'll see you. KB4 weekend up here. I'm Billy Bob mad tonight.
I don't blame you. Well, anyway, try to have yourself a good night and a good day tomorrow. If you get bored, I got an extra chainsaw over here.
My chainsaws made it up to Fosco today. My sons came and got them. And Danny lives between Boone and Banner Elk area. And he got word that it's going to be 6 weeks before he can move back into his house. So, with that said, I'm in no condition to cut wood, but I cleaned everything up and tuned everything up for them that way. They took them up there and cut a bunch of wood, so maybe it won't be 6 days down, maybe 5 before they can get to their house. So who knows? KB40 did that deal.
All right, take care. We'll catch you later. It's good to hear you. KI4Z case. Well, hey out there, Jamie.
What's going on, Liam? Where'd everybody go?
Well, Ron, be over there in Lenore, is still in here. The other Ron, WAZZ, I'm not sure what happened to him. I think he might have went to start his generator.
Just wondering. I know when I left here a little bit ago, there was Ron and Chris and a few others. How you survived that hurricane? You doing all right?
What was that?
Ever heard how well did Jamie survive all that hurricane mess up there? This is KB4D, KW. Daniel, we're without power like everyone else, but we're still alive. We're trying to make it. Didn't get hit as bad as North Carolina, but I don't think we got it too easy either. It's like my sister down in Florida didn't get her power back on until this afternoon, and she lives south of Jacksonville. So it's a big storm. But poor old James, I gave him a hard time today. So he has power and he has water, but he has no internet, and he's mad because he bought one of those Verizon hot spots, and everybody else loses internet. I'm still gonna have it, and so he's been down a couple days, and I heard someone give an call on the radio today that Granite Falls does have internet now. So poor James, he was sleeping, and I called him on his cell phone, and just to let him know he's got internet now, so he appreciated that, but it was
mean, everything's pretty much still shut down, so they're getting power up a little bit at a time, I guess. They're saying it might look like Friday before they get our power on, but you never know. I mean, I ain't gonna complain. There's probably some folks who want to get theirs on for a while.
True. Like Collinsville Dave said that it's great that it happened this time of the year. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, so could have been worse. But all right, well, I'm going to bed again. So Ron and Lynn and Jimmy and everybody else have a good one. I'm really going now. KB40 KWM.
Take care, Daniel. Good to hear you. KJ4UHX.
Yeah, catch you later, Daniel.
Yeah, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning there right now. So.
Morning over, Jamie. What's that, Tony? Just tiptoeing back to the house. When did you become a night owl? I don't know. I think I got my wires crossed.
Just been staying up late playing with fireworks.
KJ4YUT Mobile for identification purposes. Well, what have you seen in the lovely town today? A bunch of idiots that don't know how to drive. Well, stay at home. And I'm still doing some of that storm damage reports. I think I'm done doing it for tonight. Yeah, I noticed 162550 is down. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Seen any of your buddies in the fire trucks? Yeah, I seen a couple of them today, but it wasn't nothing to brag about. How's Forest City Steve doing? Have not heard.
Yeah, he was on here earlier this evening about 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Morning over there, Lynn.
Yeah, good morning. Well, actually, it's evening until I go to bed, and when I get up, then it's morning.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. It's just when I think that they're done for the evening here, where, you know, it's only a little after 10 o'clock here in Nevada. So it's after 1 a.m.
Yeah, we
there.
had a whole bunch of people on the radio this evening after the net cleared out.
What time did that net clear up?
Well, I think they cleared out at 7, but one of the guys hung around just in case there was emergency traffic and all, and was taking messages and stuff. But basically letting everybody know it'd start back up at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Stuff will start settling down here in the next day or two, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't know, because there's a lot of people that have no way of communicating, have no cell phone power or anything. But I know I've seen where the military has helicoptered over 200 people out of the area in the last couple days, so, and bringing in food and water and stuff to the areas that there's no roads to get into. Well, ain't there another tropical depression supposed to hit about Friday? I hadn't got the details on that. I just know there was one foreman. I know they're calling for rain tomorrow. Last models I looked at had one coming up right just about exact same track as this last one did, but it ain't supposed to be a hurricane yet, but you never know. Well, the last thing we need in this area is more rain. You're exactly right on that. I think we've had enough of that for a while.
I wish you could send it out west. We need it here in Nevada. Bad.
We need to pay the preacher so we don't get it. My daughter called me the other day. She said, Daddy, please tell me you didn't wash that Harley. I said, no. I had nothing to do with this rain. Which daughter? The youngest one. Gotcha.
Okay, so I don't know. I think they're about done for the night. So thanks for tuning into this live stream, and I'll try to roll it back on again live first thing in the morning. And it'll be about 6 a.m. our time here in Nevada, but I'll try to share some more of this live stream from the Scanner Radio W4HTP 145.350 repeater, and I just think the conversation's kind of interesting, and my heart is very heavy for all those that are impacted by this situation going on there, and I just can only hope and pray that they don't get hit with another one, and just stay safe and mindful out there, folks, because there's definitely more to come. I don't think it's over just yet. So know that I appreciate you and that you matter very much to me, and stay safe and mindful.